They say when someone shows you their true colors, believe what you see the first time. On today's case, Miss Reedy says her fiancé, Mr. Murphy, has shown his true colors more than a few times. She says she doesn't quite have the smoking gun to prove he's been up to no good, but she's seen enough to know that that gun is loaded with one too many red flags for her to ignore, and that this relationship may need to be done and put out of his misery. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is the case of Reedy versus Murphy.
Thank you very much. Ms. Reedy, Mr. Murphy. Ms. Reedy, you are here in court today because you say that after your engagement, your fiancé became very controlling and even started accusing you of cheating. You say it's Mr. Murphy who is the cheater, and you want answers before you say I do.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Murphy, you say that you're here today because you want to resolve your issues so you can get married. But you say marriage is not a possibility at this point because Ms. Reedy is the one who is an untrustworthy cheater.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I would like to know what got us in here today. Ms. Reedy, you guys have been together for 4 years, engaged for a year. Why are we in divorce court?
Your Honor, my fiancé, he's a liar, a cheater, manipulator, and I'm done with it.
Okay, Mr.
Yes.
Murphy, what say you, sir?
It ain't me doing nothing. It's all her. I haven't done a thing. I've been honest with this woman since the day we've met. So everything that's going on with our relationship is because of her.
Okay, well, we're going to dig a little deeper right
Mm-hmm.
now and see if we can't get to the bottom of it. Ms. Reedy, take me back. How'd y'all meet and what brought us to this point?
Well, we met at work because we worked together. I had just moved to Louisville. I moved down there with my ex, and
You moved with an ex?
with an ex, and we broke up, and I moved into my own spot. And,
Got it.
and that's when I met my fiancé.
Well, would you say he was the rebound man or?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna give you an option, but you just
No,
cut me off and said,
I mean,
just don't tell it.
it was kind of like that because once I broke up with him, I immediately jumped in with Mr. Murphy.
And you know that is not a good idea.
No,
Especially
but
when
it
I'm
was.
paying for everything.
Uh-oh,
What?
Mr. Murphy, talk to me.
She left this man, but I paid for everything for her to leave him. But then she,
What do you mean you paid for everything for her to leave? Meaning you moved her out?
yeah, I paid for everything. I gave her like $500. This is the second day we met. I gave her like $500-600 for her to get away from the man.
He did,
This is the
but
second
he
day we
didn't
met.
have to. I didn't ask him to do it. He just did it just because.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
did
did,
not
because
ask
she
you
brought me.
to-
If that was the case, she brought me to the place where she was moving the stuff out. She came to my car and said, I need money. Ain't that somebody asking you for money? That's exactly what she did. She asked me for the money.
So, Miss Reedy, you didn't know him from a can of paint, but you accepted money from him to help you move.
I mean, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Murphy, you didn't know her from a hole in the wall and you gave her money.
That's just the way I am.
Okay, so guess what? Neither one of you can go back on that because the two of y'all walked into this fully aware that that was probably not the smartest idea in the history of the world. You just getting out of a relationship, you jumped into a relationship immediately, even if it wasn't a full relationship, you already owe him something. You know that, right? And the last thing you want to do as a grown woman is owe a man you hardly know something that early in a relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? We're gonna move on over to you, sir, Mr. Murphy. What was your expectation? Because don't nobody give folk $500-600 unless they
I didn't have
expected something.
none.
Nothing?
I didn't have none.
Well, how long after the transfer of money did you all start having an intimate relationship?
That was the first day.
I rest my case.
That was the first day. The
I
first
rest
day I
my
met her,
case.
that was
I
the
rest
first
my
day.
case. I'm gonna move to the next thing. Miss Reedy, what's going on? Because we started off on a foundation that was rocky.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
it was perfect when we first met, but
Yeah.
as we proceed down. Okay, it's like I moved from Indiana. My daughter and my brother's in Indiana, and I moved down here, number 2 hours away. So every time I leave to go visit my daughter and my brother and come back, my house is different. I came back one time, It's a pair of 30 flip-flops. It's some Tone body wash that I don't use. And I know how I leave my house. And when I come back, it's things in there that wasn't there. Like, why is these here? And when I come and ask some of these things, I don't know, it been there. No. I can't never get a straight answer from it.
So you think he's been having other people in your house, other women in particular?
Yes. And this one particular time with the food, I leave, I come back home, he don't eat vegetables. He don't eat nothing green. All of a sudden, it's a plate of vegetables from the Chinese place. We ate Chinese several times.
Just one moment.
And then all of a sudden, you got vegetables on the plate in the refrigerator. He don't put his food in the refrigerator. It's either on the table or in the microwave.
So what you're describing is circumstantial evidence to suggest that somebody else has been in your house.
Yes.
So Mr. Murphy, tag you're it. What about it?
When it comes to the food stuff she's talking about, ma'am, to be honest, I went to a Chinese restaurant one day, and I was, you know how they got the pictures on the thing? And I seen this meal, and I was like, here, just give me that. And it had vegetables in the meal when they handed it to me. When I got home, I opened it up. That's why I left it on the thing. I didn't eat it because I didn't want it because it had the vegetables in it. That's how it ended up there.
But why would someone who doesn't eat vegetables pick out a picture in the Chinese restaurant with vegetables on it?
Because I didn't. Because the meat was big. You know, I was looking at the food-wise. You know, I thought I was gonna be able to pick out the vegetables and, you know, still eat around it, but it was just so much of them. So I just left it, I didn't.
So you're saying that's an honest mistake, sir?
Yes, it was just an honest mistake.
So what about all of these personal products that seem to appear in the house?
And even when it comes to that, I don't know what the heck she's talking about. I had, when we got together, that was my,
No, it
I had
wasn't.
some people over my house. So my daughter or her friends could have brought it over there.
No.
I don't know, but it wasn't mine.
Let's talk about the sex bag.
The what
The who?
bag?
Our toy bag.
Oh.
His toy bag.
My God. What about it?
Yep.
She threw it all away.
Yes, because it was there in the closet one day. So one day I go in there, it's gone. I asked him about it. Where is it at? He sounds some, oh, I threw it away. A week or two later, it's back in there. What about the time when we had an argument and I left the house for a couple of hours? I come back home.
A couple of hours, not a couple of days.
I come back to the house late at night. We was
So
in on
that
the phone.
evening you came back home?
I came back home that night,
Got
about
it.
12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Why is it 2, 3 females in the house?
In your house?
She think I'm
Yes.
that good I can have 3 women at one time.
Why are miscellaneous women in this woman's house?
Because I sell yoga pants. At the day when we had
What
an
are you,
argument.
Amazon?
Hey, but I was in
Right.
bed asleep. When the ladies had called me, they was like, I'm on my way, we want some pants.
Wait a minute. You leave, you come back, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, what have you.
It was
There are
like
women
10.
in your house allegedly buying yoga pants in the middle of the night.
Yes, ma'am.
Even Amazon don't get you your yoga pants in the middle of the night.
No.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, they were
It wasn't
there.
even 1 o'clock. It was actually 10 o'clock. Because
What
I
did
don't
you
even
need
stay-
money for?
I don't stay
What did you need money
because
for?
you had took all
What
my
did you
money.
need money for? You had
You
the
had
beer,
took
you
all
had your
my
weed
money.
and everything. You supposed
You
to been
took
going to
all my
sleep.
money.
You just told me you was going to sleep. I
I
just got off the
was.
phone with him. He told me I'm about to go to sleep.
I was-
And then you get
And I
home and there
pull
are 3
up,
women.
And 3 women in the house with red cups. He don't got no shirt on.
Not the red
Red
cups.
cups, looking like they was ready, hot and readies. Yes, they was some hot and readies.
You
I
won't
wasn't.
win the yoga pants argument because the chick shouldn't have been in the crib. Plain, simple,
But she
next
knows-
case
So
scenario.
let's
knows
talk about the sex
everybody-
bag.
The what
The who?
bag?
Our toy bag.
Oh.
His toy bag.
God. What about it?
Yep.
She threw it all
It
away.
was, yes, because it was there in the closet one day.
Is that where y'all keep the
And-
toy bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
Whole
you.
lot of
Shut up. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
we have fun. And we have a sex bag. So one day I go in there, it's gone. I asked him about it. Where is it at? He sounds some, oh, I threw it away.
He
Oh.
threw it away?
Yeah, he said he threw it away.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, all right, well, we're gonna start buying some more. We must need some new ones, okay. So I can look in there like a week or 2 later, it's back in there.
The same bag?
The same bag, everything's still in there.
So what do you
Okay.
think that proves?
He took it somewhere because I seen in his phone.
How'd you see it in his phone?
In a message, it said, you better come get your stuff before I throw it out. So I asked him about the message. He told me that's my homeboy. I left some clothes over there or something, and he was gonna throw it away.
That's not how it happened.
Yes, that's exactly how it happened.
No.
And then I end up throwing it away. You're not about to use no toys on me you done use with some other female. You got me all
I wouldn't
messed
have
up.
brought them to nobody else, though. I mean,
So where did the
she
bag
knows
go?
me. She
So
knows
where
how
did it
honest I
go?
am. That's what
Where did
tripped
it
me out.
go?
Huh? It was in the other room.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. It was in the other room.
I'm
in the
sorry,
closet.
Mr. Murphy, did I miss
in the
something or
other
did you
room.
not say to her when she asked about it that you had thrown it away?
I did not tell her that.
So what you tell me? Where was
I
it?
ignored you.
No, you didn't.
Because, see, at the time that happened, we had broke up. We was on one of our broke up spouts, see?
So why
we
you
was
had
already
it in
broke
the
up.
other room
So my
then?
thing is, she
So
was
why you
asking-
move it to the other room then?
Because I
For
wanted
what?
to. Every time I move something in my house, she acts like I'm cheating because I can't even move stuff in my own house. Now, she's still been messing with this guy since day one.
So you're saying that Miss Reedy has not been faithful?
No,
Based on what? What makes you say that?
I've recorded her.
I'm glad I'm out the house.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
And then it was one time I left and came back home. It's sunflower seeds. He don't eat sunflower.
yes,
No,
I
he
do.
don't. He ain't never ate a sunflower seed
Man,
a day
yes.
in his life
See,
since
she
I've been
thinks
knowing.
she knows everything about me. Man, yes,
he
I
ain't-
have. I've
Until
ate
this
sunflower-
day, I still haven't seen him buy no sunflower seeds, look at no sunflower seeds, or even thought about eating no
Even
sunflower
the
seeds.
day about those, the sunflower seeds, somebody gave those to me at work. I had a whole bag.
I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Murphy, you have an excuse for
But
everything.
that's not an excuse. That's actually the
But
truth.
I mean, I'm gonna tell
That's
you.
actually the truth. What
This
happened?
just must happen to you. It's unbelievable. The sex toy bag just gets moved. You order the wrong kind of food at the Chinese
No, I
restaurant. They
didn't.
give you vegetables when they were supposed to give you more meat. I mean, all kinds of things just happen to you. Like you schlep rock, like we on peanuts, and you got this thing walking around with the little cloud over you
No.
all the time. I mean, sir.
Everything I'm saying is the truth. That's exactly how it
You
happened.
came in here and also said that Miss Reedy was a cheater.
Yeah.
She's made a fairly good case
Huh?
that she has reason not to trust you. Why do you say she's a cheater?
Okay, she's crazy for one. Okay? For two,
Based on?
she started all this from the get-go. When we first got together, we had a heck of a relationship. This is my girl. I love her to death. But when we first got together, like she said, she was breaking up with this guy. Now, she's still been messing with this guy and several other guys since day one.
So you're saying that Miss Reedy has not been faithful?
No,
Based on what? What makes you say that?
I've recorded her, so I know she has been unfaithful. I've been knowing it since day one.
Wait,
when we
you
got together.
recorded her house, sir?
I got her voice on tape.
Meaning hidden recording devices
Yes, ma'am.
in your house?
Yes, ma'am. I just leave it right there.
So you just leave a recording device so that
Mm-hmm.
when she's walking around the house that she lives in, at any given moment?
Because I know how she is. When we first got together, I knew she wasn't right because of the way we met, the way how fast it happened, how easy it was for me.
That didn't stop you from
No.
being a part of her life for the last X
4
amount of
years.
years.
No.
Did you know anything about these recordings?
I've been
I actually found out about it.
a
He
long
was
time ago
telling me when we
she
first
had a
got
gal
together.
over to our house.
Excuse me.
But the thing is, he'll listen to the recording and then he'll come and ask me about 2 or 3 weeks later.
Miss
You know what I'm
Reedy,
saying? It's-
have you been faithful
Yes.
to Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Look,
Mr.
I
Murphy,
never
have
had-
you been faithful to Miss Reedy?
Yes. Because see, I'm 50 years old, ma'am. When I very first got with this woman, I sit there and told her how I was. Because I was single, so I had a lot of women. Yes, but I was single. Now, I guess I was too honest with her.
No, I'm gonna tell you
And she
something,
don't
Mr.
believe me.
Murphy, right now.
No.
There's never gonna be a time that anybody's gonna say you too honest. That's not gonna happen.
See,
No.
I brought evidence. I brought the tape. You can hear that.
Let me hear the audio tape since the defendant brought evidence.
My bad. I'm glad I'm out the house.
And the evidence is supposed to show that she was talking
That
to
wasn't
another
all of
man?
it. Yeah, that was.
I mean, honestly, obviously, we had to redact the other voice because that person is not a witness
Right.
here, and that person is not a part of the case.
Yes, ma'am.
But I want to make sure you know I have a full transcript. I hear that this was a familial conversation, but I don't hear anything that was a sexual innuendo at all.
Because they end up going to her house. See, I didn't send her. See, I only sent her parts of it.
But I don't have any evidence of that, correct?
No, I didn't send the whole
So
thing.
what we
'cause
do
I didn't
at
say-
my house?
I don't know. But my whole thing is,
Oh,
why would she
you don't
bring
have a
man-
tape in your
Because-
house.
But why
Right.
would she bring a man
Right.
to her house?
I went to pick them up and I
She
dropped
brought-
them off
she-
at
hey.
my house where my brother lives. My brother
That's
is
really
at my
funny.
house.
You
and
know
I
what?
dropped them off.
That's
Quiet's
funny.
kept, I can make a decision. Miss Reedy, you came here to confront your fiance because you say he's lying and sneaky, and that has kept you from getting married, and you suspect that he's been unfaithful. Mr. Murphy, you said that you love Miss Reedy, but you're too old for the drama,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
she's the one that you think that's
Stop
been
doing the drama.
unfaithful. Miss Reedy, Mr. Murphy, there is somebody for everybody. I really do believe this. I'm a romantic in my heart. But y'all are not for each other, and I think that's just the truth. Y'all are so not for each other. You came together under circumstances where you were just coming out of a relationship, Miss Reedy, and you know good and darn well you were not ready to jump into another. And Mr. Murphy, you jumped into a relationship with a woman who needed you, and so therefore you got to be the knight in shining armor, and you'll have a little something that can hold over her head. That's just it. You're an older gentleman, and you know that a younger, more vulnerable woman depends on you. There you go. That's just the truth, okay? Stand on your own 2 feet. It might take a minute, but the last thing you want to do is give a man or another woman the power to hold something over you. That's never going to give you the identity that you want. And I'm just giving you just some plain sister-to-sister advice. Mr. Murphy, I think it's fair to say you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. And this is a true statement because you both are far too grown for this kind of behavior. You should not be taping this woman. I mean, nowadays, do you know that there are laws around our country that prevent you from surreptitiously taping people in certain places? That you violate privacy laws. Certain states, you have to have both parties consent to even be taped. You don't want to put yourself in that position. And also, why would you ever want to be with somebody that you don't feel like you can trust? The reason that I say the two of you should not be together is because there is nothing about this relationship that seems nurturing. I mean, y'all sex toys may be banging and may be on and popping, but even that has some drama behind it. She's riding around with her ex, picking him up, dropping him off. I don't know what she was doing, but even that made him insecure. Y'all just don't need to be together, and that's okay. Be friends, be co-workers, do whatever you need to do, but you're not good boyfriend and girlfriend. You're not good fiancés. The last thing you want to do is be husband and wife. Robert, if you look in the dictionary under folk that should not be together, their picture is sitting right up in there, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from day one. Well, day one, they got hooked up anyway.
Right, exactly. It sounded more transactional than anything else. I think this was a really great example of you really need to know people before you get into a relationship with them.
Right. There was, I mean, so many insecurities, you know, between the both of them. It's not going to work.
Well, maybe they did belong together because I don't want them to be with anyone else. Bringing all that drama.